Right, how are we all, everyone? Welcome to today's live stream. Today, it's the Mourinho day. It's Mourinho's press conference reaction before the match against ZORYA Luhansk, which I think has a very, very, very important and significant, path and, future to the rest of this tournament in general. Because obviously, if it wasn't for that 6-1 defeat and that 2-2 draw against Bodo Glimt, then this match would have probably been played by the academy players. But as you will see from Mourinho's press conference, things have changed really quickly. And this match tomorrow, according to Mourinho, will be played like a final. So without further ado, let's get into Mourinho's press conference because he got asked some interesting questions, not just involving tomorrow's match, but actually involving some players like Zaniolo, for example, and like Abraham, for example, which are actually really, really interesting. So welcome to the stream, and let's get straight into it. The first question is about tomorrow's match, obviously, and it is. Journalists ask Mourinho, it is a group that has become more complicated. What is the significance of this match for you? And, you can really, really tell how much this match, tomorrow will mean to the entire team. Because listen to this. It's very simple. If we win, we're in to the next round. If we lose, we're out. High chances that we're out. A draw leaves everything open. Fate would still be in our hands, and the last one we should then win in Bulgaria. But tomorrow's match, it means that it's a final for us and for them. It's a final. For this important match, because it will be very hard for us to continue for many months in the league and Conference League, but it is a problem we want to have. Interesting. Very interesting. And the most interesting fact of this quote is a four-word sentence, which literally emphasizes everything. Everything. And this short sentence is, it is a final. Now, Mourinho is saying that tomorrow's match is a final for Roma and for ZORYA Luhansk. So he wants us to expect a really, good quality match. Roma will have their weapons. ZORYA Luhansk will have their weapons. We beat them in Ukraine a couple of months ago, 2-0. So we're the favourites coming to this match at home in front of fans. But things have changed really quickly, is what Mourinho's trying to let us know. Things in this tournament are not as easy as everyone thought at the start of the season. After that 6-1 defeat, players are still scared and, worried to play in the Europa Conference League. Because after that 6-1 defeat, the word Europa Conference League in their heads just gave them a deja vu of that 6-1 defeat. So it's a very delicate match which needs to be dealt with, the best way possible. And what Mourinho is trying to tell us here is that tomorrow's match is extremely important. It will mark the future of this tournament. Mourinho and the players have said it many times that the Europa Conference League is one of the main objectives this season, if not the main objective this season, So if we don't get in the next round, we're out. But to get in the next round, we need a solid performance tomorrow, and we need to grab the 3 points, hoping that Bodo Glimt, maybe drops some so we get back first. But, by doing this, Mourinho is alarming Roma fans because he's going, I know we're better than ZORYA Luhansk. I know we're the favourites for tomorrow's match. I know we beat them 2-0. But tomorrow, ZORYA Luhansk will play with the same aggression as Roma. Because if ZORYA Luhansk were to win tomorrow's match, then, Mourinho is starting to say, lift that arm and start going bye-bye to the Europa Conference League. Tomorrow is an extremely delicate match. Extremely delicate, which would mean the future of this season in the Europa Conference League. And this just brings me on to say that if you're new here, set reminder for tomorrow, live watch along at 9 p.m. Italian time, 8 p.m. UK time, and just wherever you're from, come here and we'll have a good old watch along. Because it's a very important match, I think Mourinho's trying to let us know that We're the favorites, but they are playing for their own interests, and their own interests are the same as Roma. You know, it's a match between the two most similar clubs, according to matches in this group stage. Very delicate. So, you know, let's not underestimate this, just like we underestimated the 6-1 defeat against Bodo Glimt. Now, excuse me. The second question is very interesting, and it is actually giving us an impression of who will start in tomorrow's match and what is actually going on with Zaniolo. Because, you know, there have been rumors saying that Zaniolo and Mourinho have not been going on well lately. After that match against Venezia, especially, things starting to degenerate. So, you know, there have actually been rumors in these last couple of hours, last couple of days, that Juventus and Spurs both want Zaniolo. You know, I don't think we should sell him. I think he needs time. But obviously, you know, Mourinho is a very direct manager. If you don't perform, you're out. So it's up to Zaniolo to step up. He said it in many interviews, I want to be the future of this club. I want to be the new Francesco Totti. But if you don't put hard work, if you got a bad reputation with the manager, if you got a really sore attitude, then, you're out. You are bloody out. You know, and we were saying this with Alex a couple of live streams ago. Mourinho is not like many other managers. Mourinho is a direct manager, and he doesn't care if it's Ronaldo, if it's Messi, or if it's Zaniolo. If someone mistreats Mourinho, if someone says to Mourinho, I want to play more, and you don't perform well in training sessions, then Mourinho, you know, it doesn't take that much effort for Mourinho to go, you're out. So it's a very delicate match for Zaniolo. Now, it's interesting to see now if Mourinho will start Zaniolo tomorrow. So let's see what he says. Because the question he got asked is, at the end of the game on Sunday against Genoa, he said that Zaniolo will play tomorrow with Torino, or both matches. What do you expect from Zaniolo's match tomorrow? Ears wide open. Listen to this. He said, I don't expect anything in particular from Zaniolo's match. I expect everything from the team. As a team, we won well against Genoa, and tomorrow as a team, we have to play and do everything to win. I don't expect anything different from him compared to what I expect from anyone else. From the way he celebrated with Genoa, it's like he played 90 minutes like everyone else. I expect a team player, but I don't expect anything from Zaniolo from an individual point of view. And this is two sides, if you ask me. Because the first side is just, you know, is telling us that that disagreement Mourinho had with Zaniolo after that match against Venezia is starting to be resolved. You know, because what Mourinho's trying to tell us here, you know, this is an actual quote, is from the way he celebrated with Genoa, it's like he played 90 minutes like everyone else. This just means that every rumor saying that Zaniolo wasn't happy with Felix's goal, according to Mourinho, from Mourinho's point of view, is cancelled. So that's just fake news. However, I think Mourinho here has done a very intelligent thing. And he's repeated, you know, this thing in this paragraph many times. I'm going to count it. I don't expect anything in particular from Zaniolo. 1, you know, I don't expect anything different from him compared to what I expect from everyone else. 2, he's saying the same thing. I expect a team player, but I don't expect anything from Zaniolo from an individual point of view. He said the same thing 3 times in the course of one paragraph. And this is extremely intelligent to do. What Mourinho is telling us, Roma fans, and Zaniolo himself, who will most likely be watching this press conference, he said, because he knows Zaniolo will watch this, is that I don't expect anything special from Zaniolo in tomorrow's match. I care about the team's performance more than an individual's performance. He's trying to let Zaniolo know that he is not Messi. He's not Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not Diego Armando Maradona. He's trying to tell Zaniolo to stop, you know, having that picture in his head of him being the god of Rome, and to get back working, hard working, and, you know, determined. And this is important because Zaniolo's attitude is an attitude which, the fans love him, so he goes, "Oh, I don't need to train. I'm the best. I'm the best player at Roma." That's his attitude. I've got a great reputation with fans. If fans love me, then that's not for me. I won't train anymore. If I score in a match, that's job done. That's job done for a month. I don't need to think about anything else anymore. No, Mourinho in this paragraph, in this quote, is telling us, and is telling Zaniolo specifically, don't you dare think that. Don't you dare think you're going to become Messi, you're going to become Ronaldo, because you're bloody 22 years old, and if you don't start working now, you will never, ever, ever jump in your career. And you will never go from a club like Roma to a club like Real Madrid. And this is intelligent to do, because after this, I expect a great reaction from Zaniolo. And in fact, Mourinho has said it. He's foreshadowed it in this paragraph that Zaniolo will start tomorrow. And tomorrow in the live watch along, what we will do together is examine Zaniolo's match and pay close attention to him, because it will be very, very, very important to see how Zaniolo reacts to this. So, excuse me again, my cough is still here. It's been 20 years. Right, the third quote is about another player, and it's about Tammy Abraham. Interesting. However, there's one difference between what they asked with Zaniolo and what they asked with Abraham. And that, if you ask me, I think the reputation between Zaniolo and Mourinho is way weaker than than Abraham and Mourinho. I think Mourinho admires Abraham more than Zaniolo in a way, maybe because of the attitude. But even if he's not that great, you will see over the course of this paragraph, which I already read, that Mourinho is praising Abraham. Pay close attention to this. A journalist asked in my opinion, it's a very generic question, because they asked Mourinho, "Are you satisfied with Abraham? What are you working on to improve your aim?" I'm happy with him. When you are a striker of a team that creates a lot of chances and that by philosophy and principle is an offensive team, you usually have the possibility of scoring more. But he works hard for the team. He helps a lot in this construction. At the moment, I'm happy with him. He's a team player. Even defensively, the way of analyzing opponents, closing spacing and pressing is more of a team player, and has learned to have another dimension in this sense than maybe he didn't have before. Obviously, I think sooner or later more goals will come, and afterwards he will have everything, teamwork and individual situation, to score more. I'm not worried. He had a small drop after that start that affected everyone and even the fans. But it is a normal decline even after an injury with England. He has played 2 or 3 games with some limitations. He's playing tomorrow. If it can help, Zaniolo, Abraham and Rui Patricio are playing. 8th missing. And that's the Mourinho joke. The Mourinho joke of the day. But he's told us 3 players out of 11 which will start. Rui Patricio, Zaniolo and Abraham. So, overall, what do I think? I think Mourinho thinks the exact same thing that I think, that Alex thinks, that Josh thinks, that Gary thinks, that everyone else, part of AS Roma, part of the Siren Show thinks, unless you're an Abraham hater or a Mourinho hater. And this thing is, give Abraham more time, and with more time, he will score more goals. And he Mourinho has done another great thing, which, he's coming back, and he's linking back to Abraham's injury, which I think many Roma fans have, completely forgot about. Abraham has played 2-3 matches under an injury. If you remember well, he got injured with England 2 matches before that match against Juventus. And against that match against Juventus, he didn't score. But, thank God he played, even though we lost. Abraham, what Mourinho is trying to tell us, that the fans, think of Abraham as bagging goals. And that's all he does. And partly of that is true. Mourinho has admitted it himself in this press conference. Abraham, I want more goals. I expect more goals in the future. But at the end of the day, he does a lot to help the team. And still, at the end of the tunnel, this is a team work, not an individual work. He listed many things Abraham does. Teamwork. defense-wise. He runs defense-wise. He puts pressure on the opponent's defense. He does a lot of things which, in my opinion, Roma fans are underestimating. You know, so hopefully tomorrow he'll score. Hopefully tomorrow he'll score. And we always say this, but tomorrow can be the perfect match for Abraham to start getting and grabbing those goals back, to start getting that rhythm in his legs back. So you know, overall, yes, I want more goals, but I'm proud to say that I am happy of what Abraham does. You know, that the spirit he creates in this team is all something I think fans right now, according to Abraham, are underestimating. So I'm not here to defend Abraham, obviously. You know, when there's something to speak about, and you've probably seen it, we are negative sometimes. But I'm not an Abraham hater. I know that Abraham has come from a completely different league, playing barely every match since Tuchel came. Obviously, they had Werner, they had Lukaku. You know, he lacked minutes in his legs. He's now at Roma. He bagged some goals at the start, had injuries, now declined. So he's having a drop. But Mourinho is faithful. That drop will soon rise again. So, you know, faithful. Give Abraham time and he will surprise you like many other players are surprising you at Roma. Now, let's move on to the last question, which is can you tell us something about tomorrow's match? And this is more of an examining ZORYA Luhansk rather than responding about your own team. But Mourinho said they're not unknown teams. We've spent all week watching their league and cup matches. We know the coach and the team dynamics. It is not by not respecting these opponents and not working as we always do that we can win these matches. Respect is always there. And also in this case. Once again, I think that this links perfectly with the first paragraph, the first quote, which is that tomorrow's match will be delicate in both ways. And even though we're the favourites, we need to be careful. You know, yes, if you ask me, a Roma fan, I've never heard of ZORYA Luhansk in my life before they got, you know, they got put in a table with Roma. I've never heard of them before. But now I'm aware that any team in this tournament can harm any other team after that 6-1 defeat. So, you know, before that 6-1 Glimt defeat, we could have, you know, I could have started this live stream going, who cares about ZORYA Luhansk? They're a shitty team, we'll win. No, after that 6-1 defeat, I'm scared of every single match in the Europa Conference League. And I think Mourinho and the players know this. So, you know, Mourinho has started this saying they're not unknown teams. Because even if they were, we know that unknown teams can harm us. So, you know, we're not going to underestimate it. We're not going to underestimate them. We're going to play our match. We're going to try and win our match. We're going to try and score as many goals as possible to prepare the best way possible for the match against Torino on Sunday as well. And that's the way we live, you know. And linking back to what Mourinho said, if we win tomorrow, we're on to the next round. If we lose, then we can start lifting our arm and saying goodbye to the Europa Conference League. If we draw, everything's open. So the best option, obviously, is a win. Personally, I think we will win. I think, as I said yesterday, we will score many goals. I think if we put pressure on the defense, we start opening up, we start infiltrating. I don't think they're that quality, you know, they're that good in defense. So I think if we score an early goal, I think tomorrow's match can easily end 3-0. I don't think we'll concede. I think the defense will be balanced like on Sunday. But yeah, I might be wrong. Holy, I can't be wrong. Who the hell predicted the 6-1 defeat? So there you go, lads and lasses. Mourinho's press conference reaction has come your way. Feel free to comment as soon as this live stream ends in the comments below about your impressions, what this press conference meant to you. And obviously, if you're new here, please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, it's road to 1000k. So if you enjoy the channel and you're already subscribed, go get your mom's phone, your dad's phone, subscribe, go get your friend's phone. And yeah, I'll like this live stream as well as soon as it becomes a video. And follow me here on Instagram at Lower Squad Simon Show. And also, if you have time, subscribe to my second channel. Link is in the description below. I think we'll win tomorrow. I think we'll batter them tomorrow. I'm going 3-0. But the reality, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Stay tuned for the live watch along. And yeah, have fun. Simon out.